And I said, who is she? And he said, she's the blessed of all. I said, okay. And I just keep on walking. And I come to a hallway, at the end of the hallway, and I come to a door. And at that door, I see a body of light. And it was my mother. And she did not have any features. It was just a body of light. At her, um, she was like 5 feet tall. It was her same, height.
Hmm.
But right away, I recognized it was my mom. Like we always say, how are we going to know each other on the other side? You're going to know each other. Like we recognize, souls recognize each other. And it was my mom. I don't remember hugging, don't remember how we were communicating, but she took me in and we walked in and I saw coming down towards us Nadia, my sister. If she was another body of light. And seeing Nadia in heaven was the most beautiful thing ever. Because Nadia had committed suicide when she was 35. And I always wondered where she was. I knew she wanted to go be with Dad and Jesus, but the church tells you that they go to hell. It's an act of murder. It's not true. She was there. She was beautiful. And she took me and we went in a room. It was just me and her. And now I'm just full of joy. I'm so full of joy. It's so overwhelming. I couldn't contain it. I couldn't contain it. So I started complaining. Look how stupid. I'm complaining about the amount of joy that I have and I didn't know what to do with it. And I'm telling Nadia, I don't know what to do. It's too much for me. It's just too much. And she looks at me and she goes, Anna, with Jesus, it just keeps on getting better. I go, it can't. That is just, it was at, we get to a climax and you think you're at the end. And, in life, we have ups and downs. This was an up. It just, there's no down.
Hmm.
It just, it's like a utopia. It just keeps on getting, it's just amazing. And we walked back out and we came to an open area where I saw my mom again. But this time she had Dad with her. And Dad was standing there. And he was another body of light. My father had been killed in a car accident when I was 22. And boy, did I grieve over him. It was a head-to-head collision with a big 18-wheeler. It
Hmm.
was horrible. And he was sitting in the front, his driver and him got killed. And I could never have closure. Every time I remember how he must have been hurt and his head, like, how you relive it and you
Yes.
repicture things
Hmm.
and you agonize over the pain he must have felt. And I never had closure. Every time I remember how he died, I would break down. But I saw him and it was amazing. It was amazing. And here we are, we're standing there. I'm standing with them and we're communicating without talking. And I'm just in awe. And then Nadia says, hurry up, let's go. We have a banquet with Jesus. And I'm going, what did you just say? A banquet with like she said it so casually.
Mm-hmm.
It was like next door neighbor kind of thing. I'm sorry, Brian. I have to put him in. My mouth got dry.
No, I understand.
And I couldn't believe that we're just going to go have this evening with Jesus. and they left, and somehow I didn't fall. I don't know why. I missed it. But I kept on going somewhere else. I found myself in a room, and I entered that room, and at the end of that room, there was a figure, but it wasn't a body of light. It was an actual body that I recognized. And it was the late Coptic Pope, Carolos, the 16th, I'm so bad, who had died like in the 60s, but was such a sweetheart, a humble, just loving, precious man. And here he is. I could see his body, but I remember his hair. He didn't have a lot of hair. I felt like he's pulling his hair, worried about the Coptic Church. That's the impression I get. And as I'm walking in, he's going, "Where have you been, child? Where have you been?" And I'm going, he's talking to me. And I said, I've been going to Calvary because I had stopped going to the Coptic Church because I married the Muslim. So of course we weren't accepted in the Coptic Church. So I went to Calvary.
Mm.
And he goes, "Hi, child, why?" And I said, "Well, I didn't find, much kindness and acceptance. Like I didn't find the compassion I needed, I guess."
Mhm.
And he said, "Child, what is your name?" I felt it was like a rhetorical question. And I told him my name in Egyptian, which is not Ana Christina. Ana Christina is my pen name. And my Egyptian name means compassion. And he said, "Child, you are what we're looking for. Hurry up, child. There's no time.